How do you do residential areas? Well, I started building the roads, then I added some houses, then I added the trees, and then I raised the terrain to make it look like they removed the mountains or blew their way through it to make place for their neighborhoods and stuff. So, I'll show you. I'll make another one, somewhat like this, maybe more like these tenements, since it looks a little bit odd that you have these little neighborhood and then you have boom those large tenements. But let's go. Let's get started. First, you sorry, I'm not gonna build mountains now. First, you build your roads. So let's do that. Oh, that's not going where I want it, but and actually, I think I'd like to have a roundabout here. I like the look of them. Let's see. That's weird, but let's go build some houses after I have built some roads here. I'm gonna use something with a pavement now, a sidewalk. So it doesn't really matter how you do it or where you place the roads. I obviously don't care about that. I just build until I'm happy with the way it looks. And I try not to have like a grid. Obviously it will be a grid, but it will look a little bit more dynamic with roads going off in every direction here. And some of them should meet, so you can have nice bus routes or trams or anything go in between here. So let's get going. In the construct buildings, you have the you have block houses. I'm not gonna use that. That's more like downtown stuff. But residential is yeah, that's what I want to do. So let's start with some apartment buildings here. Oops. And try to make them look as if they were supposed to be there. So just to save time now, I think I'll just use one house and place it all over the place, and then I'm gonna go over again with a different house. Okay, so I've placed some more, and I'll start making these small detached houses. I like them, at least for my country, which is Norway. It's not abnormal to see small houses or more like villas or something next up to these larger ones. So I'm gonna go and do the same here. I'm adding these smaller houses all over the place because you have different styles. So I'm not gonna place them all next to each other. Okay, let's go grab the other house. And Actually, I'm gonna delete that one and just add the one with a black roof. So I'm not gonna fill this in, like make it super super dense. What I want to do is have some space for more recreational or park areas or whatever with trees or maybe a little lake. We'll see how that will end up. Actually, we could place a few villas here. I don't know if this will be good for the game, but at least for realism and realism compared to my country, this is depending on the city, of course, but this is not so far off. Yeah, let's actually delete that and get this villa again. I chose this because of size. Those others are slightly bigger, but here we have some space to do that, so let's do that one here. Okay, so that's it. Now I'll start adding some trees. I love having a bit of different kinds of trees, so I'm not gonna make it super full of like over here. I'm not gonna make it so dense as I could. I'm gonna use a few other types too, like the birch. So that's gonna make it look a little bit better. Okay, for a few intersections here needs some work. Oops, that was not my intention. A few of these roads obviously need some sidewalks. So let's do that. I don't want to have sidewalks all over the place if it's not necessary. Okay, so I'm happy with this, and yeah, let's raise the ground a little. A few places here just to make it a little bit interesting. And I hate, at least in the video, I hate this boom, boom, boom sound, but I hope you'll live with it. And of course, I could have raised the mountains or raised the terrain a little bit before I started building. To make it on a different level. I'll cover that in a later tutorial, but right now I'm just gonna make this area a little bit more interesting with these raised areas. So after you've done this, you can clearly see there's some very strange things going on. It's probably the triangles in the terrain. Triangles are polygons made up of 3 points, often called trees. And here, yeah, that looks like a crown or something. So you gotta smooth things out, make things nice and smooth, just like in any other terrain or scenery you're building or part of a city, like a harbor or residential area. Now we're talking. Right. So that was done in absolutely no time. Might not look as real or whatever, but I hope you get the idea that things develop in little bits of time at a time. So at one point they probably planned to have this more like a villa or whatever, but then some landlord came and wanted to build tenements and apartment buildings. So I'll leave that history up to you guys. And then it's all about making those little details like garden gnomes, garden fountains, flower pots, doghouse, etc. Those little details will really tell the story about who's living there, what did they do, and making fences will absolutely make any well, I gotta delete that, or maybe not. I'll just oops. Well, what was I talking about? It will make any area of your city look much nicer if you take little details like this into consideration. It will make it more believable that someone's actually living here. Okay, so I need another corner. Like this, and I'll put one here when I'm at it. And that's it. Someone's living here now, as you can see. I can even put in let's say a sandbox. They have a kid, and the mom likes her flowers really well, and the father in the family likes to, I don't know, walk the dog. And any dog needs a place to to pee, right? So let's see, a roadside where you can have traffic signs and parking meters, etc. All those little things will make it more believable. So let's put in some street lights, and actually you can press home to, oh, the grid doesn't cover that, okay. But even them out, and this is a very time-consuming thing, you know, but it will absolutely make the scenery look much better. Let's see here. Actually, this is interesting. The 45-degree angle pavements are wider. Can you see that? It's like it has double width. Never mind. Now, as you can see, this looks more believable without any work at all. So when you start counting hours, don't blame me for your angry girlfriend or whatever. This is what makes your map look more believable, more lifelike. And when you start having your buses and cars and trams or whatever run through this, you will absolutely love that you spent your time adding these details.